aren't combat vehicles in there. We don't have perfect visibility on it, but the assessment is that it was largely meant to help resupply, and it is still stalled. It is still stuck. We don't assess over the course of the weekend that it has made any progress. And I'm sorry, you had another one. Morale. We certainly see what's in the open press that you see about anecdotal evidence that some soldiers are flagging in their morale. We have also picked up other indications as well on our own that that morale continues to be a problem for many of the Russian forces, particularly up in the north and the east. It is not clear to us that all of the soldiers that Russia has put into Ukraine realize that that's what they were doing, that they were actually going to invade Ukraine. It's not clear to us that they had full visibility on the mission that which they were being assigned.
And again, if that convoy was a resupply convoy and not really armored vehicles, where were those columns of tanks that were supposed to encircle Kyiv? Were they sent elsewhere?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a better question for the Russian Ministry of Defense. We don't have perfect visibility in terms of what they're moving and what alternative routes they might have taken. And I don't want to leave you with the idea that we know perfectly what each and every vehicle is in there. It looks to be like our assessment is that it's largely meant for resupply, but I can't rule out that there aren't combat vehicles. It's a very, very long convoy. We don't even know if it's all, we can't even say that it's all one convoy and not several, but it does remain, as our best assessment is, it remains stalled. Fadi.
Thank you, John. So when the reports about efforts by the Russians to recruit Syrian fighters to fight in Ukraine, first of all, what do you have to say about these reports? And based on your knowledge, did this effort start before the war or after the war? And who are these fighters they're seeking to recruit? Are they from the Syrian military, or what is your understanding of this situation?
I can't speak for Russian recruiting efforts, Fadi. We do believe that the accounts of them, the Russians seeking Syrian fighters to augment their forces in Ukraine, we believe there's truth to that. So it's interesting that Mr. Putin would have to find himself relying on foreign fighters here. Who they are going to be, how many they're getting, what they're going to pay them, all of that we don't have perfect visibility on. But we're in no position to refute the accounts that they might be seeking to recruit Syrian fighters.
And since you mentioned that, it's kind of interesting that the Russian president is trying to rely on foreign fighters. Do you have an assessment, despite all the troops he has inside of Ukraine now, why he has to go and tap into foreign fighters, especially in Syria?
I can't get inside Mr. Putin's head. He has pretty much all the combat power that he that he assembled. Our assessment is he has pretty much all of it inside Ukraine now, the ground forces in particular. So he has an awful lot of combat power available to him. We still assess that he has the vast majority of that combat power available to him. I can't begin to speculate why he would find it necessary to seek help from foreign fighters. We do believe, as I said to Jen, that they are having morale problems. They are having supply problems. They are having fuel problems. They are having food problems. They are meeting a very stiff and determined Ukrainian resistance. And we still maintain that they are several days behind what they probably thought they were going to be in terms of their progress. But I can't, honestly, I cannot get inside, Mr. Putin's brain as to why he would find it necessary to seek support from foreign fighters. David?
All right, John Kirby at the Pentagon giving an update on the war in Ukraine. Let's bring